and welcome to this very unique stream for me. This stream is more than just one thing, and it's not what some might think it is. This is entirely about helping those migrating from Mixer to Twitch get set up, learn a little bit about Twitch, see the back end of Twitch, how to kind of focus in on certain things that Twitch has that normal streams, people who've been around for a while, know to use to help with your interaction with your stream and to increase viewership and the fact that people will stay, keeping those people there. Now, if you're watching this live here on Twitch right now, we're going to be doing a Q&A section at the end. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, you can feel free to come over to Twitch at twitch.tv/deadx_xsmile and ask me questions anytime you see me live, or head over to the Reap and Smile Discord. That is mine and Emphatic Reaper's Discord. Link will be in the description down below. But for everybody watching live on stream, we're about to get started in showing how to transition from StreamlabsOBS on Mixer to StreamlabsOBS on Twitch. Now, there are, of course, other tools used to stream, such as just plain OBS, OBS Live from Stream Elements, there is XSplit, there's tons of other tools out there for streaming, but SlobS is the most popular, it is the most used by most people, and so it's what we're going to focus on. Not to mention that it has the easiest process, so if you're already a user of SlobS, well, this is going to be relatively easy and painless as long as you make sure to follow the steps we are about to go through. So first, I'm going to show you how to transition your streaming setup, what you use to actually take the video from your computer or your Xbox and transition it from Mixer to Twitch. This is relatively easy. It does take a little while, but there are some perils here, as we witnessed last night when Lady Legion, a member of the Forgotten team, didn't follow kind of what you have to do exactly, and in the end ended up losing her entire setup and had to redo it. So we're going to try to avoid that for everybody else watching. Now, I, these days, am using OBS, not because I hate SlobS, although it does drive me insane a lot of times, but because I made some changes to my setup that affected my performance negatively, entirely on me, and so at this point, I am over on OBS. But the nice part about that for this stream is it means I can use SlobS as a demonstrator without having to do some kind of weird or fancy setup. So we're going to go ahead and quit the rambling and go ahead and get into showing you how to make that transition from Mixer to Twitch on StreamlabsOBS. I can find the right button. All right. So I already have SlobS open here, and I am logged into Mixer. You can see that on the right side, my chat is Mixer chat. Now, you can tell if you've done this right because when you see your chat open up, if you've done it right, you'll see whatever platform you've decided to use, whether that's Twitch or Mixer. In this case, I have my Streamlabs logged into Mixer, so I am seeing my Mixer chat. Now, before we actually get started in SlobS, we have to do something very important. I did not realize how important this was until last night. So what I'm going to show you right now is welcome to the Streamlabs website. And this, all you have to do is go to streamlabs.com. Get signed in with whatever method you've used to sign into Streamlabs before. And then we're going to look here on the left side. Down at the bottom left, you're going to see settings. You might have to scroll. When we click on settings, you're going to see something very important right here under account settings. These are the accounts that you currently have linked to your Streamlabs account. You need to have both platforms linked. I'm going to say that again. You need to have both platforms linked. If you're coming from Mixer, you should already have your Mixer linked, and it should be what you're logging into Streamlabs with. What you want to do is come in here and go ahead and link your Twitch as well. What's important is to not unlink your Mixer. I didn't know what would happen. I'd never tried it, but we discovered last night, as I had mentioned earlier, Lady Legion and Kiss were working on Lady's transition over to Twitch. It's all right, Kiss. I didn't know this either, so don't feel bad. I didn't know this would happen. I had never tried, so I had no idea. So don't feel bad that you didn't know this either. I mean, they don't really make it very clear, but she unlinked the Mixer before transitioning the software. Why is this important? Streamlabs saves your scenes and all your information apart from the basic settings like your stream encoding and how big your canvas is and stuff like that. But it saves all your scenes, all your widgets, all your setup into the cloud. The problem there is that if you unlink your accounts before transitioning the software over to Twitch, I'm guessing it loses all of those because it says, well, there's nothing linked and I'm not logged in, so I'm not going to pull that information anymore. So you want to make sure you leave your Mixer linked as well as your Twitch. So once you've got yourself logged in and linked on Twitch, and I'm not going to walk you through setting up a Twitch account in terms of the basics, in terms of actually logging in. Oh wait, yes I am, but we're going to be doing that later when we go over the basics of Twitch. For now, just know once you have your Twitch set up, you'll just follow the merge button, which will be up there by Twitch, and walk through the steps. So once you've done that, that's all we really need to worry about the Streamlabs website for now. We're going to go ahead and close that out. Now let's come back here to Slobs itself. Now what we're going to do is going to look and seem very scary. I'm about to wipe the floor clean with this program. So if we go here to the bottom left to our settings cogwheel, up here at general, you're going to see this one that says show cache, and then more importantly, delete cache and restart. This is going to wipe out all your settings, scenes, everything. Now that sounds a little terrifying. Like I'm about to have to redo all this from the ground up. What if I have some complex scenes or scene transitions here? Don't worry about it. So we're just gonna hit that button. We're gonna hold on tight. While we wait, have a sip. Hey, G Fuel, you want to sponsor me? I'll gladly take that sponsorship. I will whore your product out, and all I ask is a discount code. I don't even ask for free G Fuel. Just give me a better discount code, please. I am addicted. All right. So once it's done, we're going to. Yes, I am. We're going to go ahead and log ourselves into our platform of choice. Now, this will work if you're transitioning to Facebook from Mixer or YouTube from Mixer, but again, we are focusing on Twitch. That is what I know. In fact, to give a little background, me and Emphatic Reaper at the start of this year actually transitioned to Mixer. We switched over from Twitch. We weren't happy at the time with Twitch, and yes, it was heavily motivated by the Shroud and Ninja move, but we decided to give it a go. And we were on Mixer for a couple months there before transitioning back to Twitch. That's how we met Kiss, this lady, and the entire Forgotten team, and that's why I wanted to make sure to do this. Mixer welcomed us with open arms, and I wanted to try and give back to that community who did welcome us in and didn't get mad at us when we left. Thank you for the host kiss. So, like I said, this should work for any platform switch, but the only one that I have experience with, that I have knowledge with directly, is the switch from Mixer to Twitch and Twitch to Mixer. So we're going to go ahead and click on Twitch. Again, click on whatever platform you're switching to. And now we're going to have to log in. But we're not going to log in. Oh, let me actually open this incognito. Head over to Gmail. Let's create an account for myself. Help if I can type. Let's go ahead and add my normal XX password. As I said, I'm going to walk you through this process. So first off, I am actually setting up a new Twitch account right now. So if you haven't already set up your Twitch account, sorry, hold on. Glad I decided to move this over to this monitor, or else I would have accidentally shown y'all my phone number. Yo! Oh, I believe that was a sub. Give me 1 second, guys. Who was that? Oh no, that was some bits. Thank you, Canyon, for the 400 biddies for my titties. Much appreciated. I am a whore. I will 100% admit to my whoriness. All right, so we have set up a new email address, which is deadxxteaches@gmail.com. And a secondary note here, if you would like to ask me a question directly and you don't want to go through Discord, you don't want to come to my stream, feel free to email me at deadxxteaches@gmail.com. I'm going to watch this email account for a couple months and try and answer any questions that come to it. Have a good one, Jen, and thank you for stopping by. It is appreciated. So now that we have that set up, we're going to go head over to Twitch directly. We're going to sign up for a Twitch account. Password. That's weak. I really don't care about this account. Oh no, you're about to see some heavy info there. So if you didn't see all that, pretty much you're going to put your username, password, date of birth, and email. Now, username is important, of course, but you're going to notice you don't have to be able to do capitalization or anything like that. We will go over how to fix that in a moment. We're making sure you're not a bot. I'd hope I'm not. I know we all know I'm old. What the hell is this crap? Okay. All right, so welcome to Twitch. Before we go over this more, because we're going to go over the Twitch settings, Twitch panel, all that kind of stuff here in a moment, we're going to go ahead and get logged into Twitch. Now, I'm actually going to not log into the account I just made. I know, counterintuitive as hell. I just set up a Twitch account to show you signing up for a Twitch account, and I'm going to use that Twitch account to show you the Twitch setup process and what it's like for a new user. So why am I not logging into it? Well, remember, I wanted to show you that Streamlabs will pull all your old scenes. It'll repopulate all of that. And so I'm going to have to log in with my normal account. But it is exactly the same. Once you have your Twitch account set up and linked, remember that you need to have it linked. You need to have your Mixer and your Twitch linked on streamlabs.com. But once you have that, just sign into your Twitch account. So once we get logged in, again, I logged into my old Twitch account so I can show you that it will import everything. You're going to be logging into your new one unless you already have a Twitch account you want to use. Just log into that one. Just again, the important part is making sure they are linked in streamlabs.com before you do this, before you do the delete cache and restart. So once we're here, you're going to see two options, import and start. Start fresh sounds scary. Again, much like the delete cache and restart, don't worry about it. So we're going to start fresh. If slobs is what you've been using, slobs is what you'll continue to use. Now, of course, my webcam isn't working on here because it's currently being used by OBS, but you can see my mic right there is picking up just fine. This one I will do. This part, I'm gonna hit that skip button. This part, I'm gonna hit that skip button. This part, I'm damn sure gonna hit that skip button. Now, I am logged into Twitch, and we can see this because if I pull this out, you will see my current Twitch chat. But you notice I'm still on my Mixer scene with all of my Mixer panels. Everything is working. So as long as you make sure to link those when you make the transition, you're good to go. Now we're going to go over some more settings here in Slobs. These aren't really specific to Twitch. These are just some things to kind of look for. So these can help you no matter what platform you plan to be streaming on. And we're going to start here with output. Now I'm going to swap over to advanced, and this is where we can change how our streaming software outputs our stream onto the internet. In this case, you can see that we have our encoder set up to software X264. What does that mean? That is what takes the raw stuff, your game capture, the overlays, your webcam, your audio, and puts them all into a single stream that will go out to the streaming service. Now, you really have kind of two options, either an encoder based around your video card or an encoder based around CPU. That doesn't say that here, does it? You see software or hardware. Well, CPU and GPU are both hardware. Software is going to be CPU. X264 is a CPU intensive encoding algorithm. Hardware, you see where it says NVENC, that is an NVIDIA based encoder, hence the NVIDIA ENC encoder. And if you're going to use that, you're going to want to use new. Now, how do you know which one to use? Well, download a resource monitor or just use Control-Shift-Escape to open up Task Manager and look at performance. When you're gaming and streaming at the same time, what is being hit the most? Is your CPU being just absolutely slammed, or is your GPU being slammed? If your CPU has tons of headroom while gaming and streaming, then you want to use software. If your GPU has tons of headroom, then stick with NVENC. Now, some people would say, well, no, that's not what you should do. You should do it based off of which one has the better performance and the better look. If you have tons of overhead in both, you can do that. Do a test stream on both, see which one you like the look of better. They do look differently. They handle stuff like lighting and flares and other little parts differently between the two encoders. But really, you have to either go by what you have the headroom to use, or what you like the look of best if you have plenty of headroom. Now, right now, I am using software because for the most part, my GPU is screaming for bloody mercy every night, trying to play the games and stream at the same time. I have personally swapped over to software. But if your GPU isn't being utilized, especially if you're streaming, say, Xbox or Nintendo Switch, then you'll want to go ahead and use hardware NVENC. Now, if you have an AMD graphics card, you won't see this one. This is for NVIDIA graphics cards. I think it'll literally just say AMD or something else. But in this case, let's say that I was setting this up and I was streaming from my Xbox. I had a capture card. So I'd go ahead and choose hardware NVENC, and I want to make sure to use the new one. Rate control. What does this mean? This has to do with your bit rate. Now, around 3,000 to 4,000 is kind of a standard bit rate. It's what will work with Twitch and Mixer and all of them, and it's what's not going to absolutely destroy most people's internet connection. But I personally prefer using a variable bitrate. Instead of a fixed, I want my encoder to push this bitrate as much as it can the entire time, I prefer VBR. VBR is a variable bitrate. This allows me to set kind of a floor where I want my encoder to kind of go down to, where there's not a lot of stuff moving on the screen. Movement is what will destroy bitrate. If you've ever seen a scene where there's tons of stuff happening on the screen during a Twitch stream or Mixer stream, you'll notice the quality of the video kind of drops. But in this case, I want to make sure that my bottom level bitrate is as low as I'm willing to sacrifice quality to. And in that case, what it has set up here is actually what I tend to go with, which is a bottom floor, which is what your regular bitrate is, of about 2,500 or 3,000. 3,000 is usually what I set it at, and a max bitrate of what it can push to when there's not a lot going on. I usually set at about 55,000. Dear God, I don't want to think about the internet connection on both ends. That would be needed for 55,000. Everything else down here you can pretty much leave as is. You can change your preset to kind of go for low latency or max performance, and this one you definitely want to leave alone for the most part. Now we have 3 other tabs here. Recording, you're going to need to set up if you want to record through your streaming software. If you don't, then don't worry about this one. It's not going to hurt anything. Audio.
Sorry, I had to.
Thank you, Canyon. Thank you very much for the 2,400 biddies for my titties. You know, you're just making more work that I have to cut out of the YouTube video, because I can't sit there and put this super serious Mixer help video on YouTube with me saying biddies for my titties. You just want to make me hurt, don't you? I'm fucking terrified. Okay, there's nothing in there. I'll go back to the video now. So for audio, you really don't have to worry about it. This should be fine, whatever it is default set to. Replay buffer. This one is an important one. This one can seriously impact performance on your system. If you don't know what this is and don't plan on using it, I just saved you some performance. I'm dead serious. This is an option that I have no idea why it is set by default. I think it is stupid that it is set by default. I wish they would change that, but it is. Audio, again, for the most part, you don't need to do anything unless you want to change what your default desktop audio and mic is. Video, base canvas resolution should be set at either what your monitor is, or if you're more advanced, you can kind of change that to suit what you're going to be doing. My monitors are actually not 1920 by 1080, they are 2560 by 1440, but I work in a 1080p kind of canvas. Output resolution, that means that you can scale what it sends out down. If you don't have as powerful of an internet connection, or if you're playing a game that's going to be hitting the bitrate heavy, it's going to need a lot more kind of changes pushed, then I actually suggest lowering your output scaled resolution. I tend to go with around 864. You can look up online on more of them, and thank you for the 1 bit. Very much appreciated. But you can look up common values that are used for output scaled resolutions that can help with bitrate. That's really about all we need to do here. There's more advanced stuff we could go over, like process priority, the video's format, color encoding. That's more advanced setup stuff and not the basics of what we're trying to cover here today. Again, the settings we just went over here in Slobs are useful no matter the platform you are transitioning to. So we're pretty much done, right? I mean, we have all of our scenes, we have everything done. We've, signed up for Twitch, we've linked our accounts, and we've transitioned our software over. Now it's time to start worrying about the actual setup on Twitch. So let's go ahead and pull Twitch back up. So what do we do now? We've set it up, we have Streamlabs set up. Well, there is a lot to do in the back end of Twitch. Now, I'm going to show you my actual Twitch's back end to show you what it's like once it's all kind of set up and how I have it now, and what it's like to be an affiliate, which is something we're going to talk about here in a moment. But once you get logged into Twitch, it's going to try and give you some channels it thinks you might like. Of course, it has no idea. It's just... Thank you, Kiss. I'm just doing this on purpose now. It's going to try and just show you some of the kind of popular stuff going on right now. Once you start following channels or watching channels, it will start kind of trying to tailor the recommendations to you. Let's go ahead and check out a Twitch channel right now. I'm going to go ahead and... Okay, it's still muted. So this is one I actually watch. This is Dr. Alupo. I find him hilarious, and I enjoy stuff from Escape from Tarkov. So let's talk about the Twitch interface. Again, this is videos entirely meant for people coming from Mixer. So one thing that we've found out that people are kind of get a little hung up on, this is not follower count. This is how many people are currently actively watching him. You'll see it changing very heavily right now. If you're watching my stream on desktop, you'll see 10 viewers right now, apparently. So pretty much just imagine all of that gone, and you'll get what mine should say right now. Oh, this is another important one. Followers only chat. I don't believe Mixer had a follower or sub only chat. What this means is you have to have been following for at least 10 minutes to be able to chat. If it's on sub, you just have to be a sub to be able to chat. There's also emote only mode, which means you can only post in emotes. Of course, you see the subscribe button there. To get that, you just need to become affiliate. Unlike with Mixer, where you had to become a full partner to get a sub button, nope, all you gotta do is become affiliate, and we'll go over the requirements for that here in a moment. Yeah, it is Diamond. It is very much variable in terms of what follower only chat is. That's set up by the streamer, if I remember correctly. But the most common is follower for at least 10 minutes. So everything else here is kind of more advanced Twitch stuff you'll learn over time. Like teams or stuff you don't really want to have to worry about right now. Not to mention teams aren't really that heavily utilized on Twitch. You'll find a lot of the big streamers, their teams are teams that they set up years ago and just don't touch. They're just not as common anymore in terms of heavy use. Another big one is, of course, Twitch doesn't have Sparks, but we do have channel points now. This was kind of Twitch's answer to Mixer's Sparks. You'll see down here in the bottom left. And in this case, Dr. Lupo says it's the golden bee. Okay. You'll see your little introduction to channel points the first time you click on it, and essentially as somebody watches, they're going to earn X amount of channel points per hour. If they chat, if they participate in the stream instead of just watching, they'll earn more, and if they're a subscriber, they will earn an accelerated amount as well. In terms of what you can set up for the rewards, it's entirely up to you. You can have simple stuff like, as I just got hit 3 times with Hydro Homie, which for me means I have to take a drink of water, and that's G Fuel, not water. So let us pull out the bottle of water, which I made sure to grab because I kind of figured this would happen. And I'm gonna take 3 drinks. Or just chug a little bit and call that 3 drinks. It was at least 3 swallows there, I promise. There are other ones you can have. For example, you can have a reward that has a real impact on a person's experience on your channel. For example, you can have it set up to where if they hit a certain amount of channel points and then spin those, they could have an intro sound. I'm going to go over my chatbot here a little bit later on when we go over kind of more advanced streaming stuff. And because I've been asked a lot about how our chatbot is set up, the one that me and Reaper both use. But with that chatbot, as Reaper demonstrated at the very start of my stream, something you won't see on the VOD on YouTube, when he first talks in chat, there is an initial little message from the bot and a sound clip that plays. You can have this as a reward. If a user watches or participates in your channel enough, they can have a reward of having that sound bite, that initial introduction, so you and everybody else knows when that person comes in. Diamond Guy, a very common viewer over on Reapers and my stream, a very good follower we've had for quite some time now, he just recently got to the 100,000 channel points required to get his intro sound on Reaper's channel, and now he's, well, working at it on mine. And you can push even further than that. You can have channel point rewards that are mod for a day or perma-mod. These are entirely up to you. These get people to want to come in, to want to interact, because these channel rewards can be a big thing for somebody in a community. That introduction, getting to become a mod. These are great interactive tools designed to not only pull viewers in, but retain. Retain is the big one. You can have tons of followers, but have 2 or 3 people watch per stream. It's not just about getting that follower number up, which is what I think Mixer focused too heavily on. It's more on Twitch about that viewership and getting that retention. And that's why I actually prefer the channel points over Mixer's Sparks, but that's me personally. And that's how you set it up. It's entirely what you do with those channel points. And we'll go over that here in a moment when I switch over to mine to show you my back end. So let's go ahead and actually move away from the normal kind of what you see whenever you watch Twitch, and let's go into the creator dashboard. Now you'll notice you got some interesting stuff here, like what's channel versus creator dashboard. Or you can just click on your picture and you get your normal settings. Think about it like this. Settings is the front face of you to all of Twitch, even if you're not a streamer. So if you're just a normal user and you want to have yourself a profile picture and a banner, this is all the stuff that you'd worry about. Channel just literally takes you to your channel, and we'll go over all of this here in a moment. And creator dashboard is where we get into the meat of being a streamer. I do suggest going through kind of Twitch's introductory stuff here. I'm gonna skip it, but I do suggest going through that on your own. So this here is Stream Manager. This is what I tend to live on when I am streaming. In fact, I go ahead and pull over. You can see how I have my Stream Manager set up. On the left, I have chat. That's what I'm reading. It's kind of furthest on my right monitor, so it's easiest for me to look at. Activity, I can see the redemptions of channel points, so I can go ahead and open that reward queue and see all the requests and go ahead and mark them all as completed. And now we're ready for more channel point requests. Down here at the bottom, I can see who my active mods are. I can edit my stream info. Of course, I can see my stream. I have some of these quick actions, like I can run ads. edit my stream info. I can do a quick clip. I can add a marker to go back in for a highlight later, and mod actions, any kind of bans, chat mod changes, anything like that. And of course, at the top, you can see information about how long you've been live, how many viewers you have, how many views, your follower count, your bit rate. For me as an affiliate, I also see subscribers, sub points, and stuff about pre-rolls. Because you'll notice, actually, let's go back to mine for a moment. Ad break button. Twitch affiliates now have the ability to not only run ads, but get paid for them. Now, this is heavily dependent on viewership. Just because you can run an ad doesn't mean that ad's going to do anything for your revenue bottom line. If you don't have the viewership, that ad is not going to do anything. It's much like on YouTube. Let's say you have a YouTube partner account and you can run ads and get paid for them. If no one's watching your content, those ads aren't going to do much of anything. So it's there and you can earn some money, but you're not going to earn a lot. Now, if we go back here to the new account I've set up, you can see it's quiet. It's too quiet. You can see that we can modify everything to kind of try and match what I did with mine. And to do that, you're actually going to look up here at the top left. It says Stream Manager, Edit Panels, and we can edit this to try and make it look like how mine was. So let's see, I had my chat at the top, my activity feed below, edit stream info was down here. Oh, there it is. And then we had active mods, then mod actions, and there we are. Now we have this set up just like how I have mine, and you can see I can sit here, go through and resize this as I have mine resized. And even here for quick actions, we can add any available quick actions that we want to use. I thought I had a command for my YouTube. I could have sworn I did. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I am the dumb. My apologies. When we switch over to looking at the bot, someone please remind me and I'll actually add that. I'll show you how to add custom commands by adding that one to my bot. Thank you, by the way. I thought I had that set up, but I guess I didn't. So back onto this. So this can be your home when you're streaming. As you can see, it provides the vast majority of the information that you need. There is another panel somewhat similar, and that is for your mods and channel editors. For that one, again, we're gonna have to use my current Twitch. So let's say that you are on my stream itself. You're watching me stream. There's a little button down here at the bottom right, looks like a sword. It says mod view. You'll only see this if you're a mod or editor for a channel. When I click on that, it takes me over to mod view. And again, like Stream Manager, this is set up how I want it set up. So I have changed this. I have moved stuff around for my mod tools. This is what I'm in when I tend to be watching friend streams that I'm mods in, like Kiss This or Emphatic Reaper. But it is very similar to Stream Dashboard / Stream Manager in that I've got chat, I can see who's online, I can do different actions, I can switch over to subscriber only, emote only, I can see mod actions, I can see what stuff's happened, what channel points have been redeemed, and just like with on my Stream Manager, I can go ahead and say, hey, the request has been fulfilled. Yep, hi YouTube. So this is more for your mods, and again, it can be modified, it can be changed, everything can be moved around. Thank you, Kiss, for the other 100 biddies for my titties. So we can move stuff around just like on Stream Manager. But this again is more for your moderators and editors and a way that they can see what's going on with the stream. Now, we have tons of other stuff to go through here, and I'm not going to go through every single aspect of Twitch, but I'm going to cover the important ones for running your channel for now, and you can learn the rest as time goes on. Really, that's going to be preferences, channel. This is the most important one. Now, you have your stream key. You really don't need to ever hit that button. All that these days is done by just logging into your accounts through Streamlabs or OBS. You have different stuff like disconnect protection that can help improve the viewer experience, store past broadcasts if you want to make sure that your old streams are saved as VODs you can download later. You want to turn that on. Mature content. damn sure have to turn that on for here. Enable clips allows people to make clips. Yes, from the get-go, the moment you start your channel, your users can make clips of anything that happens. That's one of the big reasons we actually came back to Twitch from Mixer, as we missed clips. Latency mode, low latency or normal latency. They say best for near real-time interactions with viewers. Let's be honest, it is nowhere near as good as Mixer's low latency mode. Not even close. Permissions. So this one is where you can set up editors or mods. I'm sorry, this one's for editors. Yeah. No channels you manage. Derp. I have moments. This is for channels you can manage as an editor, and this is for people who can stream to your channel. Never actually used that one, but you can look into that if you want. Your profile picture, as well as your profile banner, and other profile settings. You'll see a lot of that stuff we saw on that first kind of setting screen where I just clicked on my photo is also very much down here. We can see my profile accent color. This can be changed. So again, using my actual channel as an example, if we click on that, yeah, you can see some of it around here. My channel accent color is, of course, the pink that I use for everything else. Video player banner. This is what's displayed when your channel is offline. So you can have an image there saying, hey, this person's offline. Thank you, Kiss, for the 100 bits. Just coming in swinging with the bits today. Sweet Jesus. Recently streamed categories, social links, stream schedule, all the stuff that you can set up to kind of give more information to your viewers. The social links, you know, I'm trying to keep my channel open on a new tab to pull this in as needed. Social links, you can see that only one that I will have set up is my YouTube and my Twitter. That's where I thought I put my YouTube. So yeah, my YouTube is right there. So I have my YouTube and my Twitter set up right there. Stream schedule I don't use because I really don't have a set schedule. This one is one of the new ones that I haven't set up on my stuff yet, so I don't want to speak to stuff I haven't set up. Auto host. You can automatically host channels, so you can click on that. You can host your team channels if you do set up your team. Host pre-recorded videos like premieres or pre-runs or stuff like that, and set the priority. And then if you click on that, you can set channels to host. For example, go ahead and add myself to my auto host for myself. Yep.
So the streamer shelf is nothing more than what he was actually showing you down at the bottom for the auto host list. If you're in a team, hold on, oh god, I gotta mute your stream for a second, dear god. I was hearing myself twice. So you can set this to none, and it will literally auto-host nobody. If you set it to your auto-host list, it will auto-host only the ones that you have set to auto-host, and if you click team members, it will host only your team members and the Twitch team you're in. They do still use Twitch teams, though the big streamers do not. Some of the smaller streamers that are around like the 100 to 200 range on concurrent viewers still use teams to help their smaller streamer friends out. Go for it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say earlier, and I kind of just brushed past it a little bit. Teams are still very useful for smaller streamers. A lot of the stuff that you'll see the bigger streamers kind of just not touch, like channel points. Yeah, the bigger streamers will have it turned on, but you'll find their channel points are lacking in anything interesting or anything worth it, whereas the smaller streamers tend to more utilize that stuff in a way that's going to help push their viewership and help that retention, for the obvious reasons.
But if you're looking at the shelf type, you'll see the auto host list and then the edit beside it. If you click on the edit, it will go down to host list at the bottom that Dad just showed you how to use.
Yep.
And what you do is you go through and you set what channels you want to host, and it will host those channels when you're offline. So you never have to worry about, oh man, I forgot to type host so-and-so before I got off, or it'll just automatically host this channel once you go offline. And then if you go down, it's got hosting priority. Right above host list under auto hosting dead.
Mm-hmm.
You can set that to host them by in the order they appear in the list. So if you've got a favorite you want to auto host first over everybody else, or you can set that to host channels randomly, and it will just rotate through whichever one pops up first, really.
Although good luck actually reordering this list. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see. Before Reaper goes, let me see if there's anything else down here that he would know better than me. Drops aren't going to be important unless you're big enough to actually get some game to turn on drops. You'll find that a lot on Twitch, where you'll see underneath their video on the left side, you'll see a little thing that says drops are enabled for whatever game they're playing. Some games have universal drops where anyone who streams them will be able to do drops, but those games are relatively rare. Most games, they'll say, okay, well, I'm going to partner with everybody who's over 100 or 500 or 1,000 viewers, and I'm going to give them drops. And drops are just ways for people to get in-game items. For example, Escape from Tarkov, a game that we played, just had a round of drops where every day, if you watch a channel, after about 4 hours of watching, you'd get a random drop of in-game loot. Sea of Thieves also recently did it where it was only 30 minutes and you would get a new cosmetic item. That's really more for the bigger streamers. Like I said, there are some games that have universal drops, but they are relatively few and far between.
A lot of the games that have the drops for lower end are games like Paladins or
I believe one of the racing games we played also had it too.
yeah, I just can't remember which ones, but they're games that are still relatively well played, but they're not on par with like Sea of Thieves or Tarkov or Destiny or Valorant for that even. And even Valorant had drops set up for people who were in the beta. Like anybody playing it in the beta had drops enabled, which was nice because if you got into the beta, you could enable your drops and people would come into your stream just to try to get the drop. And in doing so, you could try to pull more people towards your channel. By the way, I did not have any of this planned. I'm just in here helping Dead, so I'm running off of what do I know off the top of my head.
If you think I planned any of the stuff you've seen me do,
Oh, I know you didn't plan it that much, but
I didn't plan it that much. I didn't plan it all. I planned like the first 5 minutes, and then after that, it's all just been winging it since then. It's all good, Kiss. It's drops, okay. But let's see if there's anything else here that Reaper would know about more than me.
Nope.
Video producer, that's just so you can like mess with videos and clips. Again, we'd have to swap over to my personal one to actually see stuff there. Clips are a very big part of Twitch. They're, like I said, one of the biggest reasons that me and Reaper came back to Twitch from Mixer. And it does suck that, like, from what I understand, they had just started to roll out clips to more people, to lower end streamers, right before all of this went down. Let's see, community roles manager. This one is where you can set channel roles. So again, let's switch over to mine so that way we don't have to try. Let's go to my creator dashboard. So you can see here the people I have right now set up as my moderator and my editor, as well as VIP. Now, Reaper, do you remember what the requirement was to get VIPs?
So to get VIP, you need to have 50 followers, have 5 people chatting in your room at one time, or 5 different viewers chatting at one time, and one other, I think. I know I was just looking at it on Kiss This as yesterday when I was helping her set something up, and it's a minimum of 50 followers and at least 5 people talking at one time.
Oh my god, what the hell's the rest of your user? He's not chatting right now.
Diamond Guy 4343.
So like right now I can add Diamond Guy as a role. I could add him as a moderator, VIP, or editor, and you can see I have 10 VIPs. Damn, I didn't realize I was up to 10. But now Diamond Guy is a VIP. And what is VIP, Reaper? If you want to explain that one again, you're better on that one than I am.
All right, so VIP is essentially a moderator without moderator privileges. It is a way to show that somebody has supported your channel and done something dramatic for your channel. It's a way to show them thanks. And say you just don't have the money to gift them a sub, you can give them VIP for a month, or you can just give them a permanent VIP. Um, so it's just another way to go, hey, thank you for your support. Thank you for all the things that you do for me. Here, show everybody that you are loved in this channel.
Mm-hmm. And I know some big streamers have given people VIP who were longtime subs who lost their jobs, or something happened and they could no longer financially support them, and they said that, and the streamer, in recognition for how long that person's been supporting them, just went ahead and gave them VIP. So they still had their emotes, they still had access to everything else, but they weren't mods. So
I don't think VIP gives you emotes though.
I thought it did, because I know on channels that I have VIP, I have emotes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it does. I don't know. Hold on. Who's not subbed to my channel in here? I'll give them a VIP and we can test it. Nope. I'm not. Okay.
No, they don't.
Actually,
I thought they did get emotes, but I guess they don't. So they can chat without being affected by slow, sub only, or followers only modes, chat without being affected by rate limits, and post links in chat even when links are disabled. Channel points is where we are now. So channel points, as I talked about earlier, are a great way to add that interaction with your viewers. Did my music get louder? Or am I just crazy? So first off, I'm fairly certain channel points are affiliate only. And trust me, we're about to get to that, how to get to affiliate. But once you get affiliate, you can turn them on. You want to make sure to enable them. You can customize how yours looks. So if you look on the bottom left corner of my chat right now, you will see that it is my logo there. And it says, Dead Smiles Rewards, yay! All right, so as I was saying, channel points, you can customize them. You can set a custom name for your channel points, as well as an icon to display next to where it shows your channel points. On mine, of course, it displays infinity because I am the person running the channel. And you can see down here what it would look like. The big one, though, is managing your rewards. You have two sections. You have the default rewards. These are internal Twitch functions they have, such as unlocking or modifying emotes, highlighting messages in chat. And then up here is where you can set your custom ones. These ones could be anything under the sun as long as they don't break Twitch TOS. So I have Hydro Homie, where I have to drink some water. 1 minute timeout, where you can time somebody out of chat. And we're going to go over some simple chat commands in a moment. Truffle Shuffle, where I have to do the Truffle Shuffle. 24-hour timeout for those people you really hate in chat. Ear Arm, which is my version of the intro sound, because most people who are going to push for that 95,000 channel points are probably going to do something that will absolutely destroy everybody's ears whenever they join chat. Mod for a day, simple enough. I'll give them mod for 1 day. Forever mod, become a mod in my chat forever. And your name tattoo. Yes, I legitimately have a channel point reward where I will get your name tattooed on my body, and it is 69,420,069 channel points. And to let you know, I think it says here, yep, viewers earn 220 points per hour on average. Let's say it's all they ever earned. 9, 420, 069 divided by 220. It would take them about 315,000 hours to earn. I think my body is relatively safe. Let's see. 24. 13,000 days. So it's 36 years. Try 36 years, not 5. Now, of course, as you can see, they earn 2.25 for being a sub, and you do get more for chatting, as well as a little thing you'll see occasionally pop up where you can get extra. To be fair, that one's more of a joke than anything, but I've also thought about lowering that to see, and making it only one person to see the race to see who could get it first. More on that sometime down the road. But you can do really whatever you want, again, as long as it doesn't break terms of service. The point of these rewards is to engage your audience in a unique way, to give them a goal, to get them to stay, to want to watch your stream, to want to interact, to want to be a part of the community. And as long as you focus in on that, stuff like becoming a mod, stuff like having a sound whenever you come in, these are great things you can give your community to pull them in and retain them. Now, that's pretty much it for this, by the way. And you can turn, you can't delete these or change these, but you can turn them on or off, and you can do basic edits to them. Like change their cost, add an image for them if you want to have custom images. You see I have a custom one for the Truffle Shuffle, if we click here, as well as the tattoo one there. But again, you can set all this up and you can spend hours doing this. Now, as far as I know, this is affiliate only, but that's what we're going to go over next. So if we look under insights, I can't show you analytics. Again, of course, that's kind of self-explanatory, I think. Stream summary just shows you information about your last streams, but achievements is what's important. These are achievements you will earn as you stream. And come down here, there's simple stuff like stream for 1,000 hours in total, reach 200 followers, add 5 channels to your auto host list, get 10 people chatting at the same time, you know, stuff like that. Little achievements that'll show you how you've progressed in your time on Twitch. But some of these do more than just say, hey, I did something. For example, the Talk a Little will earn additional VIP spots. Stuff like sub points, how many subs you have. I'm going to go over that here in a little bit as well. Don't worry when we start talking more about affiliate. Sub points means more emote slots, so you have more emotes for people to use. But the big ones are here at the top. So with It Begins, start your first stream, explore your dashboard, update stream title, all that stuff. Build a community, which gives you the VIP. I don't remember what the top one is, but get 5 people chatting at the same time and reach 50 followers. The big one is Path to Affiliate for you. With Mixer, you had to become a partner to get access to a lot of the monetization and to really start earning money off your stream apart from tips and embers. With Twitch, it's just affiliate. 50 followers, which we got kissed to that in like a day or two. Stream for 8 hours. This is over the course of a month, by the way. This is 1 month, and we'll see that with Path to Partner, which I haven't completed. Stream on 7 different days, average of 3 viewers. Once you hit each of those, you can apply to be an affiliate. An affiliate is pretty much just an automatic thing. Once you apply to it, you get approved. As long as you don't have any offenses on your channel, as far as I know, affiliate is an automatic approval process, whereas partner does require, I think, actual human approval. But this is not a hard goal to reach, okay? 50 followers. We have more than enough people between our two communities to push people to 50 followers. Stream for 8 hours. That's over the course of a month, by the way. If you stream an hour every day, you're going to hit 30 hours. Stream on 7 different days. Again, not hard. Average of 3 viewers is the harder part. Twitch does focus, as I said, more on viewership. Path to Partner. We're going to come back to this, because really we need to talk about what it means to be that Twitch affiliate and why partner isn't something you need to worry about. Well, she wanted real Twitch. So with Twitch affiliate, you have subscriptions. You earn 50% of subscriptions. So when someone subscribes for $5, you're earning half of that. $10, you're earning half of that. There are tiers of subscriptions. That's one thing that I know a lot of the Mixer people don't know about. So subscription tiers is really just different levels of how much they want to support you. So for example, let's say you want to support a streamer, but you don't have a lot of money to spend, you can spend $5 a month. That person's going to get some money and you're going to get tier 1 emotes. That's basic emotes. Most streamers have a ton of tier 1 emotes, especially the big streamers, so you're going to get a lot of those. Tier 2 opens up Tier 2 emotes, and that's $10 a month. And Tier 3 is a whopping $25 a month, and you get Tier 3 emotes. That's really all, by the way, the different tiers are, is a different level of support that person wants to provide you on a monthly basis. And all they really get extra is a few more emotes. Bits are like Embers on Mixer, and on Twitch you do have to be an affiliate to start getting bits. You've seen bits going off in this stream. I believe you get a, let me actually double check, I don't want to misspeak. So streamers earn 1 cent per bit, or at least according to that blog from September in 2019. So that means up to 81% of what viewers spend on bits goes to the streamer. It's not bad. So bits are pretty much the equivalent on Twitch as Embers are on Mixer. Earn on Twitch with game sales. So if somebody clicks on a game link, like let's say that I'm playing Escape from Tarkov, they click on it and they buy now, and not every game is going to have that buy now, but if they do it, apparently you will earn some of that, 5% revenue share of purchases. I don't think I've ever had that happen, but hey, it is there. Who qualifies? This will tell you a little bit more about it. We're looking for streamers who aren't yet partners, but have at least 50 followers, and over the last 30 days have had at least 500 total minutes of broadcast, 7 unique broadcast days, and an average of 3 or more concurrent viewers. Again, this is not hard. Once you make it to affiliate, you pretty much have everything you need. The only big thing about being a partner for the most part is better ad revenue, really. Let's see. So it's still subs. They can earn more channel emotes, I think. The same amount of bits. Ads, I think they get more. I think they get slightly more channel customization. Free lifetime channel subscription for your chatbot. That is kind of cool, actually. I didn't know that was there. Extended VOD storage, so your old videos stay a little bit longer. Reruns and premieres. Priority support. They're the ones who can create Stream Team. I did not realize you had to be a partner to create a Stream Team, but that makes more sense now. Access to partner-only opportunities, video transcodes, broadcast daily. The only big ones right now that partners have that you're going to miss from Mixer is going to be streaming with other people. So Mixer's is co-streaming, I believe they just call it. They just call it straight co-streaming. Whereas on Twitch, it's squad streaming. Squad streaming on Twitch is only available to partners, and it has to do with you're a bit psychotic. It has to do with stream encoding, with quality settings. It's a whole thing you can look up if you like, but that doesn't really matter. Yeah, you don't have that tight integration with co-streaming, but as me and Reaper use, and we push to people whenever they're watching us, multitwitch.tv. So how this website works is you put multitwitch.tv in. I'm going to paste that link here for you. So you do multitwitch.tv / the name of a streamer / the name of a streamer / the name of a streamer. For example, when I was watching the last big new raid in Destiny 2, I had multiple streamers open that I was watching to see who would make it to the first raid completion. And so I had tons of these on here. But you can see it shows any of the streams you want, and on the right you get a chat you can swap between. Is this as good as co-stream or squad stream? Not really, but it's free and you don't have to become a Twitch partner to use it. Now, how do you get to Twitch partner if that is what you want? Well, stream for 25 hours. Again, not hard. You can see for this month period, I've already done it. Stream on 12 different days. I'm halfway there, and it wouldn't be hard to do. The big one is an average of 75 viewers. You have to maintain an average viewership of 75 and above. And you have to show consistent growth. Again, this is going to be human approved. This is not just going to be automated like affiliate is, and this means that you're going to have to worry about showing that your channel is actually a growing and large enough channel to be a partner. But as long as you do that, you will make it to Twitch partnership. I wouldn't doubt out of all of us, the first to do that is probably going to be Kiss This. Whose link is now in chat. One last thing we're going to go over real quick is if I come to under preferences, affiliate. Once you are able to apply for affiliate, although I think you'll actually be able to see this kind of straight away, at least this section, where you'll have your application for affiliate, but you'll see mine because I am an affiliate. You can see my onboarding, payment method, and agreement. I'm not going to show any of that, of course. That'll be for when you're there. The big stuff is what you can do once you are an affiliate, such as subscription names. These aren't that important. You really only see them whenever you're subscribing or gifting subs, but still you can set your names for the different subscription tiers. Emotes, this is the big one. You can see I have 5 emote slots, 1 tier 2 and 1 tier 3. And that is if you emote on test. If you check in chat right now, there's a link to a Google form. I'm actually doing, and I'll post this on YouTube as well. I'm doing a giveaway right now. If you can come up with a good idea for my tier 2, tier 3 emote, as well as my 4 remaining tier 1 emotes, I am giving away free subscriptions to me or any one of your choosing for 6 months. If I choose your tier 3, I give you a tier 3 sub for 6 months. I choose your tier 2, I give you a tier 2. Or we have alternative prizes as well, which I'm not talking about. I'm keeping those a secret for now. But this is where you would upload your emotes. And you can see the name of them. See, mine says Dead XX Dead Smile. It used to just be Dead XX Smile, but we're not going to talk about what happened with that one. And I do want to actually update this one to my current logo design and color. But that's for me to worry about later on. You also have loyalty badges. These ones I haven't really messed with much, and I need to. I know Reaper has. So these are what you'll see next to people's names when they've been subscribed for X amount of time. You can see here the base, 2 month, 3 month, 6 month, 9 month, 1 year, and when you become partner, you get your 2 to 8 badges. So these are just simply badges next to people's names. I know on Reapers he has them. Like I think Diamond just hit 2 months and now has a little zombie hand next to his name. Just another way to show kind of how much somebody has supported you over time. Ad-free viewing allows subscribers to watch your content on your channel ad-free. So if you've ever been subscribed to somebody and you still see ads, it's because they've turned that off. Ignore slow mode allows subscribers to chat freely on your channel when chat is in slow mode. Sub-only chat, subscriber-only archive, stuff like that. Bits and cheering, minimum bits to cheer. Always keep this at 1. Don't be one of those people trying to push people to do bigger bits. Minimum bits to emote. Keep it at 1, people. Bit tier rewards. More stuff that you can really kind of push through and modify. Most people don't, even the bigger streamers. Some do, and this is kind of getting into really heavily customization. If you love customizing stuff, all the stuff you can do on Twitch, you're going to absolutely love. Hype train. Until you're a bigger streamer, hype train really isn't going to matter much, but it means whenever you start getting a lot of bits, subs, gifted subs, all that stuff at once, a hype train will start, and people can keep that hype train going by continuing to gift and sub and stuff like that. Ads, disable pre-roll when I run ads. All this stuff have to do with ad content on your channel. I talked about earlier that I occasionally run ads, as you saw in my activity from the past, to kill pre-rolls. Revenue share for advertisements. I don't worry about this. Like I said, unless you're a big streamer, that ad revenue doesn't mean anything. So let's go back to our new one that we created and talk about what else you need to do once you get started. So we went over swapping. We've gone over a lot of the Twitch dashboard and a lot of the settings. But now that you've done that, you've moved Streamlabs over, you've gone through and you've set up your Twitch how you want it. What is there to do now? Stream. Just get on and stream. You know, tons of people start streaming on Twitch every day. I know it feels like a big change. It's like moving schools. It is a giant change for you. And it's going to feel like that big change when you make it. But just think about it as the first day you streamed on Mixer. Yeah, you're going to be a little nervous. Yeah, you're going to be worried about what people will think or say, but go into it with an open mind, push on in, and just go for it. You'll be surprised. Now, as Canyon just brought up, just let me finish doing something real quick. And as Canyon said, just have fun. Just treat it like Mixer. And it's just a different streaming community is all it is. And close that out. We don't need that anymore. To finish this off, we are going to talk about the bot that me and Reaper used. As I said, I was going to go over this with everybody, and welcome to Streamlabs Chatbot. This is the bot that you will see me and Reaper using whenever we are streaming. This is the bot that you've been seeing doing commands like showing off the dual stream, the multi-stream, pimping out our Discord, any stuff like that. This is what I use. So you can see event log here. You can see who's online right now. You see I have these buttons up here for quick commands. The song stuff, don't worry about this much anymore, especially with the current state of Twitch. I wouldn't worry about song requests. So how do you get this bot? Well, as you can tell, this bot has to run on your personal computer. So this is Streamlabs Chatbot. Now, every time you go here, it's going to try and push you to CloudBot. I don't like CloudBot. You can try it if you want, but no, thank you. There is a link, and again, it'll be in the YouTube description if you're watching this on YouTube, a link to this Streamlabs Chatbot. So once you've downloaded the chatbot, you're going to have to log in. Now, I'm not going to show you that because relogging back in tends to mess this stuff up. But essentially, you're going to walk through logging into your Twitch account. Now, you need to make sure that you log into your Twitch account when it asks you for your Twitch account, not your bots. That is right. You're also going to have to make a separate account for your bot. Unlike a lot of the other bots like ScottyBot, for example. This one is one you entirely run and control. That means the account the bot uses also has to be one you run and control. You'll see every time my bot talks, it's dead x_x bot. That is its own Twitch account. In fact, it just got a subscription from Canyon today. So, with that bot, you have to make a new Twitch account. I also make a new email address, so I went through and I made deadxxbot@gmail.com, I think is what I did. And then set that one up with a normal Twitch account. The bot then has to be given editor permissions, so it wants to have that much power as a mod or editor, so it can do certain tasks on your stream like banning people or changing titles and stuff like that. And we're going to go over some basic commands as kind of our last part before we end the tutorial. It's like I hit the button to switch, but apparently the button decided not to work. So if you're typing down here and you don't talk, or if when you have your bot do a command, your bot can't talk, there's a good chance your bot is disconnected. Click on connections here. There's a lot of other stuff you can work with, but the important ones are at the top where it says Twitch bot. You can see the bot name, the channel that I want it to be a bot for, and then this is all the connection stuff. If you see stuff down here not like grayed out like it is right now, if you don't just see the disconnect as something you can click, that means you need to click on generate token to do the login, and then connect to reconnect it. Same is true for the streamer account. Now, once you've done that, what can you do with this bot? Quite a lot of which I actually suggest against using anymore. Stuff like channel points, which is called currency. Remember, we now have the channel points as an affiliate. If you don't feel like you're going to hit affiliate anytime soon, then you might want to use this. I still have it turned on more than anything as a way to track hours and how much people interact with chat, but I don't use it for anything anymore. We have a counter. For example, we used to have a win counter in Apex. Every time we'd win, I'd type a command in chat and it would up a number that would show up on my stream. I have mini games, so you could have stuff like people playing heists or fighting each other. These are just simple command-based games. They're nothing that interesting. And people very quickly get tired of them and tired of seeing them in chat. Song requests also is something that used to be very big in this bot. There was a time when it literally directly hooked into Spotify, and people could request songs off Spotify, and it was awesome. But Spotify had a problem with that, and of course right now the whole Twitch DMCA issue. I don't suggest anybody using that for the obvious reason. But what can you use in this that is worth actually using? Well, how about a giveaway? Let's say you want to give, as mine shows, free subs to your channel, or you want to give away a copy of a game or anything like that. You can do this. Now we're going to run a test to show you how it works. You see the command is going to be !test. I can set to who can join, regulars, VIPs, and you can do all of this under users down here. I think it's just under users, or it might be under currency, one of the two, where you can set up user roles. But you can also do it based off of minimum points, minimum hours watched, whether they're VIP, subscribers, what have you. I'm going to use everyone, and I'm not going to use the timer. I'm just going to close the giveaway myself. You can set a ticket cost. If you're using that currency system, you can set it to where they have to spend that currency to enter. I don't, so I'm not going to turn that on. I'm going to hit that button. You'll see my bot has said a giveaway for a test giveaway has started. Everyone can join. Now if we come in here, and if everyone who is listening and can do it would type !test. So I wonder. All right, we'll do it with 3. So once an X amount of time has passed, or you're happy with how many people have entered, you can click close giveaway and pick winner, and it will tell you who just won. And you'll notice they're removed from here. So if you want to pick another winner, you can pick another, and then pick another. You'll notice mine has said, X person has entered the giveaway. If I remember correctly, I had to actually turn that on. Yeah, I had to come in here, top right to the cogwheel, come down to entry messages, and actually set that. If you don't, it won't say anything when someone enters. Big streamers don't have that turned on because it's going to be a lot of people entering and your bot would get overwhelmed. But for smaller streamers like myself, I like having that actually turned on. And then you have other stuff like must be a follower in order to win, notify them in chat, and remove a user who already won. So if you want people to be able to win multiple times, you can turn that off. Another big thing to do would be stuff like the queue. Let's say if you have a lot of people who want to play a game with you, you can set them up in a queue and then pick randomly who's going to play, or I think it's actually in order who's going to play with you. You can come down here to users and we can do stuff like add a user, edit them so we can see their roles, whether they're editors and stuff like that. If we come up to currency, I believe, yeah, currency is where we can set ranks. So you can see tiny, smile, mid, big, large, epic, and lord. Lord is for subscribers. Again, I don't use much of this anymore. Poll is another great one you can use, although Twitch does have a poll system in it. So if I come over here, you see manage poll, I can create a new poll. Yeah. You can also set up additional votes so they can spend bits, or they can use channel points to vote more than one time. And let's do that for 1 minute. Start poll! Oh. So while the bot has poll abilities, you can also do polls directly in Twitch now from your stream manager. So I would suggest using the inbuilt Twitch one. That's kind of a big reason a lot of people don't use the bot's features anymore, is so much of what the bot has, Twitch now has built into it. It still is useful for giveaways, for those commands, for doing little sound bites and stuff like that. And if you go back to it, you can also do betting. Don't do betting. You can set up events. So this is where you set up people coming in. This is that big one I talked about, which could be very useful for user retention and allowing people to have something to work for that is going to make a noticeable impact when they join the stream every day. So if I go here and edit this one, you'll see it's going to look for Emphatic Reaper. There's his username and ID, and you can search for people who've been in your chat before. And we can view the results of the poll. Yay, one person said yes, no one said no. I'm going to take that as a win. But if we come back here, so you see what's going to happen is whenever they speak, not when they join, you can have it set up when they join. So if there's certain people, the moment that the bot sees that they're in chat, the moment they start watching your stream, it can go, hey, I see you there, and then X name. But I'm going to go ahead and set it to speak. Client only, just go ahead and leave that on false. Enabled true, of course I want it to be on. Set the volume for it. Here's the message that it will play. And then here is the sound file that it will play.
No, don't do it! No, don't do it! No, don't do it! I'm a virgin! No!
So whenever Reaper first talks in my chat each day, that is what we hear, and then it gets the message, looks like Emphatic Reaper finally showed up, let's welcome him with the song of my people. And you can add as many of these as you like. And it's a nice way to say, hey, this person has shown up. Notifications, this is where you can do stuff like, hey, blank is now following us or is now hosting us. We've got a new subscriber, hey, we got a donation, all that kind of stuff. I leave this on, but I don't have sound effects. I let Streamlabs do that. Now, even though I've switched over to straight OBS, I have Streamlabs handling my alerts that you've seen as I've been streaming, but it's still nice for the bot to also say this, and it makes it easier for me to just look over in chat and see what has occurred, like a follow or whatever. You can see this also can work with your Discord, so it can announce going live if you don't want to use something like KitRobit, post timers in Discord, stuff like that. And what are timers, you might ask? That's where we're going to start getting into commands. The bot, as you've seen me use throughout the stream, has commands that can be used to do various things. To display a message, to play a sound, to shout out a user. For example, when I shouted out... the bot automatically does that. It says, hey, everyone should go give some love to the one and only Kiss This, and make sure to follow them on their Twitch @ and then does their Twitch. So commands can do a lot of stuff, and they can be very complex or they can be very simple. For example, if we come back here to my timers, like my Discord, it just says, hey, come check out our Discord, here's a link to it. The interesting part about commands is where to even make them sometimes. So there are 4 sections that tie into commands: timers, commands themselves, quotes, and sound files. All of these can tie directly into the command section, and where to make them is kind of the most confusing part. Let's say that I wanted to add a new sound. Let's say that I wanted to have it to where when someone types !9000, we hear the over 9000. Well, I'm going to come here to the sound file section. I'm going to click the plus to add, and I'm also going to automatically generate a command. So a lot of the times when you want to do stuff like sound files or timers, which if we go to timers, we can see I'm going to add that here. These automatically add commands. But if you want to do a command first and then add something later, it can be a lot harder to link them. So just remember that. When you want to make something that's not fully a command or only a command, like a sound file, do that under that tab. So if we come back here to sound file, let's say I wanted it to be !9000. Volume, let's turn that down so our eardrums don't burst. Group, you can just literally type in this, so I can type new or whatever, but I'm going to click sounds because that's a group I use right now. I'm going to find the sound file. I don't even know if I still have it in here. Yep, right there. Like I said, I'm going to automatically generate the command, and you can set who can do it. So I always tend to set it to regulars or everyone, depending on what you want it to do. Cost, again, that has to do with the currency. I don't use it anymore, so I suggest not using that. and where you want this to happen. So do you want them to whisper to somebody? Do you want them to do it in Discord? In this case, we're going to do stream chat, and then you can put in an optional response. And boom. So we'll see here in the sounds, there it is. We come up to commands, we'll see it's now there in commands. And if I type this in chat,
it's over 9,000!
Boom, we hit our over 9,000. Timers are the same way, but these are specifically things that the bot will do every so often. So occasionally you'll see my bot say, hey, check out my commands. Hey, check out the sounds, or hey, go check out the multi-stream, stuff like that. And we can change that by clicking on the settings here. Link timers to commands. We want to leave this on true so that way people can also just call these timers themselves. So they can say, hey, I want to see the commands. They can just type !commands. You can also set the interval, so how often. So every 10 minutes, mine does one. And minimum chat lines. So the minimum chat lines has to do with, instead of just having your bot constantly talking, if you don't have a very active chat, your bot will wait for a certain amount of chatting to happen before it does another command or another timer. And then creating the timers is just like creating the normal commands. You can go through here, set a name. So you could set ! Twitch, and check out my Twitch. No. Let's see. I can't type today. Twitch. And I'm going to put it in my timers group. Usage, again, stream chat. You can have timers on just Discord and active, true or false, and hit submit. And now every 10 minutes, it'll go through the list of chat. So after 10 minutes, it'll do one. 10 minutes, it'll do another one, and it'll just work its way through there. And of course, I can also just call it up. And boom, now we see it happening in real time. I'm gonna go ahead and kill that one since I don't need it. Remove. With this, you can also view certain things. So I can come to my dashboard, see the current title, see the current game, even though this isn't correct. So let's try refreshing. There we are. Okay. You can see who you're hosting. You can start auto hosting. You can do raid, which I'm going to show you that again here in a moment. We can come over to subscribers. We can see who I currently have subscribed, as well as the tier they are subscribed at. Quotes, again, not something I use very much anymore, but if somebody says something very memorable in chat or very memorable while you're streaming, you can set it as a quote, and then when someone types the command, it will say the quote. Again, not something I use really anymore, but it is there for you to use. Extra quotes is just more quotes. I never got that one. Sound files, this is the big one for me. Again, this is very much command focused and something you can do to get people to interact more in your chat. I already showed you how to make one. We did the over 9,000 to make Canyon happy. Q we talked about. Counter we talked about. This one's a little bit harder. I'd have to work with somebody directly to get this set up because it's going to output to a file. You then have to pull that file's information into your Streamlabs setup. So that's a more complicated one to talk about if you want to use a counter. I used to have mine set up for BS. I used to say bullshit a lot while playing Titanfall 2, and so I had a bullshit counter. Currency, again, like I said, I don't use anymore. Users, you can see people and all the information on them. Minigames, I don't use anymore. Scripts, I don't use them, but there are scripts that exist. I would be very careful with that. And Discord, if you want to have the Discord bot. There's also settings. So you can do simple stuff like the audio engine, auto connect on launch, use emotes, hide bot messages, highlight words. You can do localization, so you can come in through here and mess with stuff. I don't tend to mess with this. Or usage. The macros are the ones you see at the top, the little buttons I have for doing certain things like showing the multi-stream command. Hotkeys. You can have a hotkey to do an automated thing, like you can have a hotkey for your macros, style, and changelog. So that's the basics of the bot. Now, before we finish, I wanted to go over stream commands. So if we come over here and I type a slash, you're going to see I'm going to get a host of channel commands. These are quick ways to do certain tasks. Now, something like banning or timing somebody out, it's often far easier to just... Why did all that just move up? You see that, right? There's now a gap down here, and it's... I have no idea. But anyways, so let me get my bot to talk since I refreshed. Okay, so if I click on somebody's name, it'll give me some basic information, and I can move this around. So I can add them as a friend. I never added my bot, I'll add my bot. I can whisper to them, I could gift them a sub if they didn't already have one. I could block them, I can report them. But for mods, editors, and yourself, you also have a quick ban, timeout, or unmod button. So if somebody's being a bad mod, you can unmod them, you can time them out, or you can flat out ban them. Yeah, that bot's been busy, Diamond. Like Diamond here, we can see when his account was created, how long he's been following, and how long he's been subscribed. But again, slash, so we could ban somebody, unban, we can clear chat history for all viewers. So like if there's been some weird stuff, we can just clear chat out. Delete poll, switch over to emote only, turn off emote only, end poll, slash followers duration to switch chat to followers only mode, followers only off. And you can see there's a lot of stuff here. So host, unhost, set of markers. That's so you can go back in your video producer we showed earlier and do stuff like pull out highlights to post up to YouTube. Open a poll, set up raid. This is the big one that I wanted to talk about. So on Mixer, you would have to end your stream and then host somebody. On Twitch, you'd raid. So I'd type /raid and then let's say emphatic Reaper, and then I'd hit enter and it would come up right here and it would say getting ready to raid emphatic Reaper. It has a countdown timer that allows me to say, hey everybody, thanks for stopping by, have a good one, we're gonna go raid them, show them some love, and then I have a button that I can click that will go ahead and start the raid. One thing to remember is that doesn't end your stream in whatever software you're using. And in fact, let's say that person stops streaming and you have no one on who you auto host. When people go back to your channel, they will see you as live. They will see whatever you've left your stream on. So whenever you raid, make sure to go stop streaming, close out your software. We have watched that happen with both me and Reaper in the past. So other important commands are going to be timeout. Timeout's a big one. Diamond, I'm sorry, but you are talking right now. I'm going to use you as an example. My apologies. I love you. So sorry. You can see /timeout at their username. You can see it helps you pull up and just hit tab to finish typing it out. And then a time. Now this is time in seconds. So for example, hey Diamond. So this is time in seconds. So timeout at Diamond guy, and then I'm gonna time him out for 1 second. You'll see it removes his messages and he's been timed out for a second. And he should already be able to talk again. I'm back, yay. Ban is the same way. You can ban somebody for X amount of time. You can type /mods to view your current list of mods. Same with VIPs. View your current list of VIPs. And you can read through all of these whenever you're on your channel to do stuff like block, unblock, you know, the basic Twitch stuff. Change your username color. That's one people don't know about a lot. Oh, I've got to do the pound. I didn't know if I did or not. Yes, I do have the color code for the pink I use memorized. Thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. I know it seemed like somewhat of an abrupt end, but I ended up taking a little break, and then we opened up the floor to any questions, and there wasn't really any, big pressing questions or ones that weren't more specific to certain users. I do hope you were able to learn something about making a transition from Mixer over to Twitch in this video, and if you yourself had any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments section below or hit that video description for the link to the Reap and Smile Discord, where we'll be more than happy to help you in that transition over from Mixer onto Twitch. And I hope to see you there soon.